Hello geocachers, welcome back to All About the Cache. Today we have decided to return to Cowan Lake State Park and see if we can make some finds with some other geocaches located at the park. So we're going to start on the trail to our first one and then we'll bring you back in shortly. I know this is the trail. Ooh, there's a tree down along the trail. So let's go see what information we need. This trail looks a lot muddy, so I don't know about going down it. So let's go see what we got to do, because this is a multi-stage and I just need to do a little math. Okay, so we're going to see if we can't find our man-made object and locate the geocache. Ooh, I forgot to wear my trail shoes today. Okay. Well, it looks like we're already starting to run into some problems. I am looking for a man-made object. And I do not see any man-made objects down in this area here. We'll just have to find out. So maybe we just have to go a little farther, and I'm not going quite far enough. So let's wander down here a little bit more and see if we can find what we're looking for. Yeah, I just do not see anything that fits the bill. So, did I miss something? I don't know. I mean, that's a man-made object, but it surely ain't that. Because that's just a pipe that goes under the trail. Well, guess what? I have found it. And leave it to me to make things extra complicated. I am not going to show you where the cache is located, but I will leave that for you to guess. But in the meantime, I'm going to leave you right here, and I'm going to retrieve the cache and sign the log, because right here it is. That's it. Cache number one of the day. Oh, I am forgetting a pen, but I remembered my pen today, so we'll just sign this log and move on. That was a good one. Alrighty. It's a nice pen. Nice pen. Nice cache too. I like this one. This one was, it was fun. It made me think a little bit. So, and I'm really happy about that. So we will just now put it back where we found it. And we can move on to our next geocache. So now we're on to our next geocache, and it's about 1/10 of a mile away. So we're just going to go ahead and walk to it, and we'll bring you back in shortly. So now we're significantly closer to our next geocache. You can see how beautiful that lake is. Let's take you over and show you the lake. What do you say? Look at this view. Isn't that beautiful? I know this is a bit of a sidetrack, but I think it's worth it. Boy, isn't that just wonderful? Now the sun, we might have to shield you a little bit from the sun, but you can see all the way down through there. Isn't that great? And we've actually spotted it. It's right over here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it. We'll sign the log and move on. So this is actually geocache number 2 of our geocaches today. And now we're going to make a find for number 2. So, no, my pen. I love this pen. Let's get the log signed and get it put back, get it rolled back up and in the container, and we can move on to our next geocache. So we found another geocache. It goes back here is where it belongs. So we're going to put it back and then we'll be right back with you. All right, so we are on our way. Hello and welcome back. We are almost to our next geocache and we will be near ground zero for that very soon. So I wanted to bring you back in and show you this cool bridge, and then we'll start looking for our geocache. So here's our bridge down here. Welcome back, geocachers. I was working on this, trying to figure out, because my cords put me down here on the middle of the bridge. But so I thought I'd look around, and I actually found the geocache. So I'm just going to take you, we'll let you see where it's at, and we will sign the log. And so we're right here. And this is our geocache. So, and we'll get the log signed and be on our way. Because we got more geocaches to find today, hopefully. Gee. So here is our geocache. Logs in, lids on, back in its hidey hole. There we go. Now we can move on to our next location. So I brought you back in because I wanted to show you where this tree fell across the trail, and it left its own little step to get up to cross over it. I thought that was pretty nice of the tree. See that? So you can just walk right up to it, step on it, and right up over it you can go. Pretty awesome. So against my better judgment, I'm going to hike this wet trail in my street shoes, and I really want to give this a try. I know it's going to be muddy, and I know I'm going to be playing a little bit of trail hop, but I'm just going to see if I can at least make it to one of the caches. And maybe it won't be so bad once I get farther down. Right now, I've just got to kind of work my way around, hope I don't slip into mud, and if I can get my way down here, I can maybe find a geocache. So far, so good. This trail's very muddy, but at least there's some drier areas to the sides, and we're just going to keep working our way down, and hopefully we don't get too muddy and we're able to find our geocache. So we're slowly working our way closer and closer to this geocache. And the trail is not too bad. It's a little, the brush and undergrowth is really thick around it, But so far, we're just now getting to another muddy area, and we're going to have to see how we can navigate it. And we still got a little ways to go to get to the geocache. But this is what I love. I love going out and finding these. And this is one of my favorite times of year. I think I've found what I'm looking for. Or at least I found something. And we're going to see if we can't find our geocache. Let's get you set up. And then we will, well, actually, we've already spotted it. It is right over here, hanging in the tree. So that didn't take too long. See it hanging in our tree? A little geocache hanging in the tree. Hello and welcome back. Looks like we are going to see about finding another cache today. And we've changed location and we're getting ready. This is actually a mystery cache, and I have to do some calculations to figure out exactly where the final cache location is, but then we will be off on our way to find this. I decided to bring you back in early because the safest place for you to be is hanging onto the trail marker. So let's do our calculations and then we will head on. So we're ready to move on and see if we can't find our geocache. This is our trail in this area. It's a little damp, but it's a heck of a lot better than the other trail was. So I'm kind of happy about that, and I'm hopeful about finding this geocache. So we'll see you soon. So now we have our first mud pit on this trail, and we're going to see if we can navigate it. I'm just going to have to step and hope, but we made it through that mud pit. It looks like it's pretty damp up here, so hopefully we can get to this geocache. All right, so we are getting really close to ground zero, and we just need to figure out where it's going to be and get you set up. Welcome back, geocachers. I have spent the past probably 20 to 30 minutes looking for this cache. I have been all over these woods, and I thought for sure I was going to have a DNF, but it's actually in this old log up here, this big old stump here. So it's right up in there. I'm going to go grab it and we'll sign the log. So after searching for a long time, I finally found the geocache up there. So here's the cache, here's the log. And we're going to call this one Found, because we did find it. So here we go. That's it. And we're back, and now all we got to do is get out of here. So as I work my way back out of this bog, I just want to say, love it, log it, and I'll cache you later. So now we got to get out of here and get home.